Hello and welcome. It's Trisha time on Tuesday the 20th of December. Just 5 days to go and it's approaching very quickly, too quickly in fact. Having thought that I was well prepared and now it's nearly here. So I wonder what you've all been doing today. I hope you're all well. It's that time of year when you think, I don't want to be poorly. I must admit, I've been really quite weary today and yesterday. I have the grandchildren 4 days out of 5, and the in-between day I am parent sitting, so not much getting done here. Evening, Dorothy. So as I say, I hope you're all well. I can see there's a few comments coming through, which is great. I know that it's working, but then I'm not in a group today. I decided this week, hello Shirley, we'll go on the So Totally Trisha page, which is the public page. Hello Christine, hello Gita. Gita hopes everyone's okay. Purely because Christine's working. Oh, we're working. Oh, that's good. Hello Yvonne. No, purely because there have been quite a few questions. Hello Jackie, saying will we not be able to see Trisha anymore? Hello Christine, working well. Oh good. Hello Maria, asking questions, saying will we not see her anymore? Well yes, of course you will. Hello Wendy. The new group is going to be mainly the Tuesday evening session, so like tonight, which will be purely for group members, but there will be 2 other sessions which everybody will be able to see, and it's just the group members will have special editions if they're in the new group, so with Trisha. So if you haven't heard about it, I've been talking about it a little bit, just search it out, So with Trisha, and in there you'll see a file which tells you all the ins and outs, and all you do is decide whether you would like to join it either on a monthly basis or for the year. A lot of people have signed up already, which is fantastic, and I thank you so much. We've got an exciting future ahead, and there's going to be so much to do, and I am working on it now. When I go to sleep, when I get up, when I have a spare few minutes, I've just been making something this evening after the grandchildren had left, and so it's all coming along. So hello Wendy and Beverly, hope we've all had a great day. Yes, you know what I have been doing? I have been outside playing football because Oliver is obsessed, and so we've been to the park, we've been to the green, we came back. I made a basketball stand which was going to be for Christmas, but I thought, oh, let's play with it now. So they've been playing that, and then they were still hyper, so we went to a soft play park this afternoon, and I'm worn out and they're not. So I have a break tomorrow, or just. Hello Glynis, and hello Janet. Oh, jolly good, jolly good. Now the parcels, I still have the odd message saying when will it come. Unfortunately, I do not know. I can track it as long as they've put a postcode in at the post office, so I can track, and more often than not, if you haven't received it, it will say, and I copy and paste it for you, an update will be given once a delivery has been attempted, and that says they haven't even brought it out to you at all. So it's better saying that than it's been delivered and you haven't got it and I don't know where it's gone. So I know you're all being very patient because we just don't know, but it tended to be the ones that have taken a bit longer are from a couple of weeks back. So I mean, they are eventually getting through to them, but what can we do? What can we do? And just to say, there's 2 or 3 more orders come through the website, but nothing will be dispatched until the new year now. The 12th of December was the last posting date I did, because I know I'd have far more emails than come through now asking where is my parcel. So to save us all bother, I thought we'll call it there on the 12th of December. Bit early, but hello Joanne, evening to you. Hi Lindsay, hello Janet, hello Jenny. Don't break up from work until Friday. Oh, just bought today's pattern, love these. Oh, fabulous. That is really lovely, thank you. Oh, yes, because I keep doing the 12 days of Christmas, so I have left them on, so even the first one is still there. So I haven't just done it for 24 hours. All of them there'll be a different one. I think there were 2 on the first day, a different one every day up until the 24th, Christmas Eve. So I will leave them on probably till Christmas morning. If I get to the computer, I don't know. But you will be able to look back on the previous ones just in case you fancied having something for your stash, because one day you might use it anyway. Hello Pamela, hello Linda. Oh yes, watching for a chat. Oh, that's lovely. Hello Sharon, she hopes everyone's well. Hello Heather, you've not done a thing, just vegged out with my feet up. Why not? I would do if I had the chance, I tell you, Heather. You put your feet up as much as you like. Hello Heather. All the Heathers coming together. Hello Julie. Hello Tony. Hello Jill. Hope you're feeling a bit better, Jill. Hello Vanessa, my lovely. Hope you're well. Hello Liz. Hello Patricia. Beverly, you received yours today. Jolly good. Fabulous fabric. Love the Christmas tree ribbon. Yes. And the snowman buttons. I know they were all lovely. I've got a few bits and pieces left, so perhaps when we get to the new year and have a few sales. Gita's got hers as well. Lovely. So they're going all over the country, aren't they? Hello Karen. Now that's a name I don't feel I've seen before, so welcome this evening. If it's the first time you've commented, quite often people just watch in the background, but it's lovely to know you're there by a little comment. So welcome to the group. We are a very happy crowd, and I hope you enjoy what you see tonight. Something a little bit, lots of love. That's coming to you, Karen, because this is just what all the ladies are like. Nice little quick projects this week and last week. Just some little things. Sometimes, you know, you want to do a last minute bit of sewing, but it doesn't need to be something that takes forever. So this was just something that sprang to mind, because I have got some that I'm keeping back for the group once it is set up. Yeah, that's why I've got lots of things in my mind, but they will come, they will come. Hello Nikki, hope you're well. Shirley finally moved all your sewing stuff up into your small bedroom, so much warmer. Yes, the only thing in here, I've got the window slightly open. It's very windy today, and it had blown right open, so I didn't want to go down. I can't reach over to it, so I didn't want to go downstairs to get a broom to pull it. So I found a coat hanger, you know, the extendable ones with the little bits. Trousers usually are on them, aren't they? I went and found one of those, and I could reach over and pull the handle. So what is it? Something is the mother of necessity, is the invention, mother of invention. That's what I thought. Keep looking, Trisha. You'll find something to be able to do it. I did try with a normal coat hanger, but the plastic end snapped off. So I thought, that is no good. Must have been used too much. Let's have a look here. Lots of people. Hello, Rosemary and Diane. Probably seen your name before, slightly Diane. But if it's the first time you've commented, I apologise if you're totally here all the time, but welcome. And hello Margaret, hope you're well. Hello Alison, gosh, lots of you. Good evening Karen. I'm only just saying hello, and I haven't had my tea yet. That comes later. Hello Linda, and hello Janet. Good evening to all the ladies and gents. Oh yes, haven't seen Gilly and John yet, but we'll see. Hello Anne, hello Fiona. Jill shattered in bed with, that is not good, Jill, is it? Just stay there and just rest, and I'm sure it will soon be over, the worst of it anyway. Well, you want to be up and about for Christmas Day, don't you? Unless you've got somebody cooking for you. Tony. No, Tony. Not yet. I had one from Jill today. So no, I'll look out for it, but thank you. Here they come, Karen, you see. Welcome, and get well soon, Jill. Hello, Leslie. Oh, that's the thing. You're wrapping a Christmas present and having a Harvey Sherry while watching. Oh, that's lovely, Leslie. What a great idea. Yes, we are called the Trishettes. I don't know whether I said that last week, but yeah, it'd been suggested. So I think Janet, yes, I did say it, didn't I? So if we'd all like to be Trishettes, I think, and somebody said, do you remember the Rubettes? I remember those, and I said to Martin, what about the Ronettes? A do ron, 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 a do ron, ron. I'm sure that was them. I won't sing anymore because you would not like it. And I can't think of anybody. He said some others, but I've never heard of those. But I think the Ronettes were after or before. Oh, so it shows my age, totally. Okay. Oh, dear, Lindsay. You're trying to organise. Oh, don't worry. We'll be fine. Lots of people watching. Okay. So, the comments have stopped coming up for a minute. Yeah, you'll get one sorted, I'm sure, Lindsay. Oh, it's all such a pain, isn't it? Happening at this time of year. So, what was I going to say? If you're watching today and you probably haven't had for the other few days, I've got something here. You remember this this little lovely, which a lot of you have been making, the little Christmas tree in 3 different sizes. If you're in the new group or in Sew Trisha Sews, which is the group for that, they're both private groups, but the Sew Trisha Sews is purely for the Ickets. Oh my goodness, Lindsay, are you sure? Oh right, I can Tina Turner singing and dancers. You're prehistoric, Lindsay. Oh, and I hadn't heard of them. Martin didn't say that either. A little bit before them then. Oh well, we'll see if there's any more. Yes, so this is just a free template in 3 different sizes for any of you that are in the inspiration group, So Trisha Sews. That is where people put all their makes, whether they be used with my fabrics or patterns, or they've added their own little touch, their own little bit of style to one of my patterns. So it's really lovely group to join, and I'm sure if you just search that out, Lindsay will approve your request. The new group is called Sew with Trisha, just as simple as that, and that's the one that is £5 a month, but we've got a planned format of how it runs, and there's lots of freebies within that that £5 a month. And we've also, as a lot of you have taken up, we've got the annual one if you would like to, which is just £55 for the whole year. So entirely up to you. But if you want to stay, I know it's a hard time at the moment, cost of living, etc. And oh, I'm just looking at there, Beverly saying hi to Jeeta. Yes. And you know, you may not want, you will be, oh, Ikets, Martin will know, yes. Ikets, sorry, I said Ikets, didn't I? Ikets, as in Ike, yes. Oh, the crystal, oh God, I've got that wrong as well. Oh my God. The crystal sang to do Ron Ron. Oh, right, there was somebody in the Ronettes. I'm sure there was. Whoever it was probably Ron Ron and the Ronettes. I don't know. I'm not very good on my music, not very good on my films, and that's about it. I know a little bit about sewing, but not much, you know, sewing a button on a shirt. Oh, I'd have to find somebody to do that. This video has just loaded. Oh, I wonder what, little message from Victoria. I sent a video yesterday to her of the boys, and oh, I think it was when they were baking. And then I've got another one as well when, oh yes, I meant to send that as well. When they were dancing, they're right little divas, they really are. Anyhow, back to what we were talking about. This little Christmas tree is on there, and I did happen to see, oh, you should see the state of this desk here. Or is it here? No, it is it here. Another little thing. Oh, for goodness sake. I am just a nightmare. Oh, I covered it there. Right. So, here we are. This is another one that's in there. Oh, Ronnie Spector in the Ronettes. Me, my mate. Oh, right. Be my baby. Oh, I know that. Oh, right, Lindsay. Thank you. We're going to... Right. Victoria's sending me messages. She obviously doesn't realise that I'm doing a Trisha time. So there was this little zipped accessory roll. Haven't put a button on there yet, but this is another freebie. It is in the So Trisha Sews, so the inspiration group as well. But it won't be anywhere on where I'm broadcasting from today, the So Totally Trisha page. So Totally Trisha is Victoria, stop messaging me. So this is sort of one of the things that you will be getting on a regular basis in the paid group as a PDF. So you'll have the video tutorial, the demo that I do in the files as well, in the featured, as well as the actual PDF. So we've got those in there, and whether there will be any more on before Christmas. Whoops. Christmas tree is falling. Let's see if I can hang him up. So let's put him down here. There we are. He can sit just there so you can see him. So yes, on Thursday I shall be doing, Lindsay kindly put it in on So Totally Trisha page and in the group to say we are doing the Petal pouch today, and on Thursday I am going to do an alternative tissue pouch, pocket tissue pouch or whatever, which I was having a play with, and I need to do it a little bit. It's just, it's not quite right yet, but it will get there. I'm going to adapt the size, so may very well be a couple of sizes there. And then on Friday, as it's the day before Christmas Eve, I thought nobody's going to be doing anything then, so I thought we'd have a little chat and perhaps a little teaser about what is coming up from January the 1st. So I won't let the cat out of the bag yet, but I'll tell you a few things on Friday. So Fridays will be at 4:30, and the Thursday will be at 6:30. So 6:30 is the regular time. It just gives me more time to be able to get things ready, rather than I always did it at 4:30, but things have changed. Right, so Maxine, I don't know, how do you get subtitles on there? I don't know. If anybody does know, sometimes you see them come up after the event, but whether it's from my end, can't see anything there. I would imagine it ought to be from your end to be able to get subtitles, because perhaps not everybody would want them. So yeah, have a little look, or if anybody knows, by all means let us know so we can see how to do it. The other thing, I've had confirmation. I might be able to, well, it depends whether they should be here by the end of the week, but Aurifil thread is on its way. Oh boy, I am so excited. I think if you turn the volume off. Oh, try that, Maxine. If you turn the volume off, yeah, sometimes I watch with no volume because Martin's watching the TV. I'm trying to watch something. So I have it on no volume and I get subtitles. Well, I never put the two together. So you could very well be right, Cheetah. Give it a go. It may be that you can't stand, I think if your subtitles are there, they'll be automatically generated if you watch with the volume off. Lindsay says, there you go. So 2 out of 2 saying the same thing. I think that's what it is, Maxine. And sometimes when I hear my voice after the event, like when I was doing a little video of the boys yesterday, and then I listened back because they wanted to watch themselves. They are so vain, so vain. I heard my voice and I thought, oh my goodness, I think I should be a tenor or a bass, you know, the volume. Oh, perhaps I should raise the level. I was never a soprano, but definitely gone deeper in my old age. But there we go. So yes, Aurifil is on its way, and I can't wait. I know, and I thought when I was ordering it, I'm going to treat myself. So I have treated myself to a set of, how many colours was it? I don't know. Might have been 60, but it was the best or the popular collection of, I think it was 2020 as opposed to 2022, but there were lots of lovely colours. So I've treated myself, but there are, and I didn't buy one of, but if anybody would like one, I would do a special order to get it, because I don't think they would fly. But it has 270 reels, so they are the smaller. Will you put the felts on the website after Christmas too? I will indeed, Lindsay. I've got some ideas in mind for the use of felt as well. So we'll be covering all sorts, and yes, felts, I will get that on. I feel I do have the boys next week as well, but yes, I will get those on there. They will be individuals. I might even, if I put a section or like a category of just felt, so that I can put each individual colour, because I don't know how to do a drop down thing. Yeah, unless, yeah, I don't know. So I'll find some way of doing it. I'll perhaps take a picture. Yeah, I'll work it out. It just takes a little while to, you know, I'm getting really quite good with putting most of the things on, but there comes to a point, like one of the things I did want to put on the website was the fact that dispatch would be from the new year, but I didn't know how to do that, and I've got nobody to tell me. But never mind. So, how we do? Oh dear, I'm talking a lot again, aren't I? So I can't think of anything else really that has happened. What we have got, I have got some. I had to have a Moda delivery of charm packs the other day, quite out of the blue. I thought I'd had the very last when I had, what did I have last? Can't even think what it is now, but the last one I had, but this was the last one that I'd got on pre-order, obviously, which will do something with that in the new year. But yes, because it's quite pretty. So, shall we have a look at what we're doing now? You may very well have done one of these before, but I thought you know, it's been a long time. It may have been 2.5 years ago. And as I say all the time, there's so many new members of the group or the people that watch. I thought I would bring something nice and straightforward. I have adapted it just a little bit, and I've done it in Christmassy fabrics. So this is a petal pouch, I've called it, because the way we make it is forms these petals on the top, and oh, something in my mouth. And I thought, do you know what? We haven't done one of those for a long time, and it is so straightforward. Don't say simple these days, but it is easy, and it is straightforward, and you can make it in any size you like. So I've done a little PDF, a handwritten PDF, with hand drawings, so please don't measure straight lines, because they are purely hand drawn, just to show you the effect of what you need, or give you the pointers. But you will have the video in the group, and on the So Totally Trisha page, so you'll be able to go back to it, and I've dated it so you'll know which one that you'll actually watch, so, or the date of the one that goes with the PDF. So we've got a little drawstring, and what it does, let's just pull it out. We've got the strings here, and I've just put some wadding in there. But basically, let's just take that out, like so, and there you have a nice little holder, and it looks a lot bigger once it's emptied. So you could put all sorts of things in here. If you make it huge, so you could actually use, when you've got a whole width of the fabric, you could make a, what would it be, about a 40-inch square one, and you could put toys in it. It could actually be like a play mat to begin with that they sit on, and then just collect all Lego bricks, Duplo, all sorts of little toys that they play with these days. But as I say, this is a 15.5-inch square that I started with, and we've got ribbon drawstring, and you just pull from, whoops, you pull from both sides like so, and the neck just draws up, and it gives you, you can see the better effect, but it gives you those petals like so. So I'll pop this sticking the wadding in there, just gives it a bit of shape while it's empty, but it just shows fair good size. Put your toiletries in there. I mean, if you've got loads of threads hanging around, reels of thread, whoops, you could put all your reels of thread there. Or that's what I should do, rather than having the mess that I have around me. I could have this laid out, and then I just draw it up, and they're all in there. So there we go. So let's have a look at how we make this. Let me just see. Perhaps we'll see if we can hang that as well. Not that you'll be able to see. No, that looks pretty rubbish. Or perhaps we will. I've got another pin. Nope, I have got a pin somewhere. Or let's have a, that's it. So we could perhaps have it just there, so that you could see. Well, if we put it like that, just about. No, you can't really see. Never mind. Never mind. I tried. I'll perhaps hang it the other way, but let's put that under. I put the ribbon out there. Oh, goodness. Okay. Perhaps I'll hang it like that. And then you can see there. Okay. So we're starting off with, and I've just hidden my fabrics now. So all we're starting off is with 2 squares. So I have used the black and white cat fabric, and I would probably try and use a non-directional fabric. So these cats are all sorts of ways, any floral fabrics, all sorts of ways, but because when it's drawn up you may have some going upside down and some the right way up. So non-directional, so there's no direction to the design, you will be much better off. So all we do is put our squares right sides together and align the raw edges. So as I say, you can use any size square that you would like. This is purely a 15.5-inch square because the biggest square ruler I have is 15.5 inches, and it just means I can just cut around the edges. But if you want to go smaller, a 12.5, it just means that your actual circular effect will be smaller. I mean, if you want to see how small you can go down to, but I wouldn't go smaller than probably an 8-inch square, something like that. But all I've done is I've put these fabrics right sides together, and I'm going to stitch all the way around the edge, but I'm going to leave a gap of probably 3-4 inches in one side and in the center of a side. Hello Jill and John. Yes, somebody was mentioning you earlier, but you're here, so welcome tonight and hope you're both well. So only just got to this. We're working with squares. Mine happens to be a 15.5-inch square because of the size of my biggest ruler. That's where, you know, my mini quilt ruler set, that's why with those, because they're the whole width of mostly the strips we're using, it is so easy using the width of a ruler, whatever size it might be. It's just easier than having to look at the markings, but we can do that as well. Okay, so let's just have a look. Oh, let's turn this off. Sorry, I'm just taking my light down. That's it. Okay, so now we can see what we're doing. Perhaps if I turn it that way, it's much better if it's a darker fabric. I use light fabric so much, don't I? But we're working with quite a big square, so if you want to put pins in this, that's it, I'll just line that up there. But as you know, I do like to just whiz around, so I am using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. It really doesn't matter. So if you would like to use the width of your foot, absolutely fine. It just means the size will be, oops, see what I was doing earlier, can't you? I was doing zigzag. So this is where we want to go. We want to go with straight stitch. We actually do. And I think I'm going to run out of thread, but never mind. We'll get round there. So, yes, 1/4 inch I'm using because I'm so used to it. But if you leave your needle in the center with your standard foot, you can just do it the width of your standard foot. It will make very little difference. So just coming up to that corner a bit more slowly. So I'm just going to turn that around and come down the next side. Now I am using the short stitch length, which I tend to do most of the time when I'm using 2 cotton fabrics. And I suppose because, so I might do it up, I could go up just a little bit. I just like the effect it gives. It really gives a good finish, having that smaller length to the stitching. It's almost as if it's continuous fabric. So whiz, 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 whiz. We like to go fast, don't we? And straight down here. I don't think this was the side. This is our 3rd edge, and I'm just coming up to where, oops, that wasn't very straight. One more there, and then round to the last edge. Now I started here, so I am going to stop probably about there. Okay, so I've stitched, I've got my gap just here, so let's just trim off there. So there is my gap, and that will be plenty big enough. And then the next thing I'm going to do is to trim off the corners like so. Didn't line up very well there, but this is not the most important time for accuracy. It will work. It will work. So the first thing I'm going to do though is, I'm not going to go over to the iron. Where is my hole now? Here is my gap. So here is my gap. And if you remember, I do, whenever we're turning things through, I tend to do this all the time now. I'm going to open this seam. I'm just going to use my nail to press along there. So I've opened that seam and I've just pressed it. And what I'm going to do is now flip that over, and I'm going to fold the other side back so that it meets. There we are. Where is it? Oh, I can see my stitching there. There it is. Okay. So that it meets the edge that I've already folded back. So this is just meaning that when it comes to doing my the closing the gap, when we're stitching around the outside, around the edge, it's going to meet really nicely there. So you can see it's folded back. So we're then going to turn it to the right side. So, oh, that is right when we just unthreaded my machine because I was wafting it about. So let's just thread. Oh, for goodness sake, Trisha, I'm just threading my machine up again. So let's just see. That's it. Okay, just pull that through. Okay, right, so rewind, and we are going to just turn this through. So if you just keep pushing it through, because it's quite a large area on this occasion. Usually we do quite small pieces, but let's just turn this through to the right side. And there's no need to have any wadding or interfacing on this, because it is just a a nice ruched up. The 2 layers of fabric are absolutely fine to be doing this. Now, typically, oh no, I did put it back. Right, so I have my trusty without, let's have a look, my trusty needle turner. I can't find where my opening is now. Oh, for goodness sake. There it is. So I'm just going to put this into the corner, and because I clip them off, we can get a nice pointy edge just there. And then we'll do this one as well. So I do poke, I'm pushing, if I take this out, I'm pushing my needle up here and up there, rather than just pushing straight in towards that tip. I'm just moving it gently just to push that out. That's the way so along here, I'm just going to, or I could pull that out a little bit better first. So I get the needle, just run that gently along the edge, and then just go from one side to the other. Just better than really poking straight into that corner. And then I'm running, can you see that bulge there? I'm just running the end along to the next corner, as the needle's already in there, and that gets it done really, really well. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to plug in, because we do need, I've just plugged that in, my little mini iron. So let's make sure he's up here. And we do need to press all around the edges, because we're going to top stitch around the edges, but it is good idea to, well, it's much better to actually press all these. And what I'll show you is how, let's just have it this way, like this. So what I do is I roll these edges out. If you can see me, I just push those with my fingers, just roll it, and then you can get the seam right on that very edge, which is what we're looking for. Or put it between your fingers, and sort of gone are the days when we lick our fingers anymore, but it does make it, I don't know if you have hand cream on, but that can just make that roll out, so that we can give that a good press, so that we've got a nice neat surface to work on. So then we just bring that round here. We will come to the opening, so just pushing it back and then rolling it between our fingers like so. Or you could get, you know, in the days of the banks, when you had the cashiers counting the money, you had a little sponge, or damp sponge, that you put your finger on. That can be quite good for being able to roll your seams back, just to get that right on the outside. So that's press that little bit there, then swivel it round, and the same there. But once it's part of it's been pressed, you can just sort of push it back, and it goes in place. Whoops, that's it. And then here, just push that back, and along here, just roll that out, and to that end too. And I think we're on the last one now. So yes, this is, usually I would start with this edge. This is where our opening is. So now you can see that that lines up pretty well, and that you can't actually see where our start and finish of our seam is, or was. Okay, so let's just press that here. Okay, so that's, just give it a little whiz over the rest of it, but that's all laying beautifully flat now. So now we're going to top stitch the whole way around. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to change my bobbin, because I think this is going to, oh no, it's a fair bit on there. I think it's going to run out, so I am going to put some black thread in. So I've got white on one side and black on the other. Don't often do that, but that will be fine. So I'm going to top stitch on the black. If I do that, you'll be able to see. Just looking for my opening, because I do like, so there is my opening. I like to start from the opening. so that gets closed first of all. So let's just pull that back so I can see that's lining up beautifully. And then I'm going to have the white, so it'll be white thread on the top, and it will be black thread on the bottom. So, and I'm actually going to stitch with just a standard 2.5 so that we can actually see, well, we'll move around it a little bit quicker as well. So I'm stitching about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. Let's pull this thread off as we go. And we can just, so this is so that it just finishes off the edge, and also it closes the gap at the same time. So that's gone a little bit far, but we'll be fine there. So, and I'm using, what I'm watching to get a nice straight edge, I'm watching a part of my foot here. There's like a little line where part of it is a silvery colour and the next to it is clear. So I'm just keeping that where it meets the silver and the clear. I'm just keeping an eye on that. I'm not looking at the needle, and it just helps to give me a very straight line. So now this on this side was where we started and finished sewing the two squares together. So what I do here, when I'm getting towards, let's just get that bit of thread out there because I don't really want to. So let's come in a little bit closer, just so you can see. When I'm getting towards where it's difficult to see, I started here. I am just going to go slowly towards that and see if I can just, yeah. I've stitched over the first 2 or 3 stitches so that you can't actually see very well at all. Whoops, there's a bit of thread there. That's a frayed bit. Okay, and I'll just, right, so then I'll show you here. You can just see. So it's there. I've just gone over, because it's white on black, but I've just gone over there. It's very hard to see, but not bad. It looks nicely neat the whole way round. So that is the hardest bit to this. So what we're going to do now, I'm just going to take that back a little bit. So what we're going to do, we're going to fold each of these corners in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure, working with a 15-inch square, or 15.5, I'm going to measure 5 inches down each corner. So here's one corner. I'm going to, well, either with a ruler go 5 like so, and I'm going to put a mark there. I'm using a heat erasable pen, so you won't be able to, or when we iron it, it will go. Or what we can do, which is what I prefer to do, I'm just going to put it on so that the 5-inch line goes down here, and the 5-inch goes here. Where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can mark here as well. Okay. So I've got a little black line there, and then I'll move to the next corner. So if you have a square ruler, it is great, and it just makes it easy. You've only got to line it up once. So there's a 5-inch there, 5-inch there, and I can put a little black mark there. Now, this also isn't absolutely crucial that it's absolutely spot on, but near enough 5, that looks fine to me, because I'm going a little bit in from the edge, but we're going to be folding over at the edge. So nearly there on all 4 corners. 5-inch here. Whoops, let's just put that in. And a little black mark, and a little black mark. And then we are going to fold this. So I'm actually going to flip it over this way, because I can see my marks from here. And I've got one little mark there and one little mark there. So I'm just going to press it down at that point and that point. And then I'm just going to put a pin in here, a bent pin at that. Look at Okay, so I've done that one. Then we'll move it round to the next corner. I'm looking for my black mark. There's one just there. So I'm going to put my finger on it. And where is this one? Oh, I think it's there. There it is. So there is another one. And I'm just going to pop a pin. So I'm putting it down because we're going to be stitching along here. I'm just putting the pins a little bit further down. So flip that back, and there is one mark just there. So put my finger on that, and I can see the other mark here. So we can fold that back, and that is another one. So that is there. And then the last corner, there is my mark. So just press that down there, and my mark is over here. Okay, so what we're going to get with this is that, again, it's going to be the same as, I should have done it the other way really, shouldn't I? It's the same as my other one. It's going to be black on the outside, and the petals are going to be white. So I probably should have done it the other way just to be different, shouldn't I? But we'll go with the same. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to stitch along here. So let's just bring it in a little bit further. So I am going to use the whole width of my foot as the width, and I'm going to line this edge of the foot with the edge of the fold. So here's the fold, and pop that down, and I say I'm just going to use the whole width of my foot, not from the middle, but this will give me about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. And so I'm just looking at the fold line here, and then I'm just stitching down here. So I'm going to start off, and I'm going to just reverse and just stitch along here, and I'm only stitching where this fold is, where we're forming a channel. So we'll reverse at the end there and cut, and then we'll swirl around to the next one, and again I'm just looking at the edge of the foot being on that fold. So we'll start stitching, reverse, and I'm reversing at the beginning and end purely because the ribbon is going to be threaded through here, so it'll stand a little bit of stress. But if you don't reverse, it could very easily pull our channel open. So again, just start there and along here, just to the end of the piece that's been turned back, and around to the next one. It's not too far over, there we go. Just reverse. And to be honest, it is as easy, or that's as difficult as it gets, I should say. So I'm just going to clip off the threads. I'm going to take my pins out. So let's just take all those pins out here. There's another one. I spent one, and then we've got 2 here. 1, 2. And right, so we've got our pin. I'm going to flip that over because I know I've got some threads that need trimming away here. Not there, so there's some there. So there'll be 4 bits, and you can see the black stitching now on this side, which doesn't really matter, it just goes with. So we've clipped all of those bits, and now, so all we've got is lots of flappy pieces with the white going onto the black, and all we need now is our ribbon. So I'm going to, I don't think we will, right, I didn't put the length of the ribbon, but I'd probably do it about, say, 24 inches. So I'm going to cut that piece in half. So we want 2 pieces. And the reason we want 2 pieces is so that it draws up very easily. So, and I like, you can just thread your one piece of ribbon all the way through these channels, so going all the way around. But then you'll just pull it up and it will draw up to one side. But I like it to be able to pull from both sides so that it will draw up easily, just pulling at each side. So all I'm going to do, I've used a safety pin, and I'm just going to thread this through the channel, just pushing it through like so, and it doesn't take very long at all. And the width of your foot gives a channel that is just about right for this to thread through easily. So this is just a stand, it's not a big safety pin. It was the first one I could come across. I think it's one I use for quilting, for popping the layers, holding the layers together if I haven't got any spray. And let's just pull that just a little bit. You don't want it to, oh, there it goes. So if you want to secure an end, perhaps didn't quite put enough length there. So all I'm doing, as you see, is just going from one piece to the next through the channels, and just make sure you don't pull one end too much to pull the ribbon out. Oh, it's nearly going. So right, let's grab hold of this end. So there I've got one end, and here's my other end. Make sure you put it on the safety pin on far enough down, because you don't want it to fray and actually pulls the ribbon out. So I'm just going to pop those together, just pull that a little bit so that we can just tie a double knot just to secure that. So as you can see, it's going to go that way. So I've got my, I've lost my end. There is my end. So I'm going to start, and I've knotted it already. So I'm going to start my other piece. So that's started here, went all the way around and knotted. So I want to start the other piece at the opposite side. So I just look for 1, 2 petals, and I'm going to go in from here, from this bit here. So I just get my other piece of ribbon and thread the safety pin through there, and then just double check. So I've got my knot here, there's 1 petal, there's 2, so we'll go in here, and we're going to come out at this where we started. So we'll just count this as we go. So we're going through 1, and it goes through quite easily. I've just used some 9mm satin ribbon because it works through nicely. You could use piping cord, you could use some of the silky cord, something, you know, rope-like if you wanted, but I wouldn't go too thick for it to be able to pull through. So let's just make sure there's the knot. So I'm at the halfway point, and we'll just carry on round. I mean, I've done this before with tape, and because tape is usually, say, a cotton tape, it drags as one's pulling against the other. It does drag a little bit. So I'm just making sure I can keep my little knotty bit. There we are. So there's the knot. Keep that out. And then I've just got 1 more to go round to where the end is. So we just push this into the next, just come out of there. So into the next petal, like this, and as I say, we'll be coming out where there's my other end. So obviously I didn't pull that as much, did I? So let's just pull that through a little bit so that they line up. I'm going to put my pin, safety pin, out of the way. So I'm just now going to grab those 2 ends and wrap it around my finger so that I can thread those 2 bits together and pull a knot. Now what I'd probably do here, you could put beads in between. I'm just going to clip that nicely so that it looks a little bit better, and then just loosely pull them apart, but then you can hold on to both sides, and when you pull it just gathers up nicely together. So again, you have your petals, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have your threads, your ribbons at each side, which you can then, you do have a little hole in the middle, but I don't think that matters. And then you can just tie a bow in the middle and there is your petal pouch. So I don't know if I've got any more wadding. Oh, I could get a bit of stuffing I've got here, which might be quite handy. Let's see. Oops. Oh, landslide. Okay. So there's a bit of toy stuffing in there. Oh, I don't know what I've tipped upside down there, but we could put a bit of this in. As I say, it just, once it's got bits and pieces in, I mean, you get a football or some balls in there, couldn't you? Which would look quite nice. But this will just pull it out or stuff it so that it's nicely, there we go. So that is beautifully stuffed now. And you've got those nice gathers, purely to give you the petal effect. And as I say, we can just tie that in the centre, and a little ribbon there, just to set it off. So there we have one, looks like a Christmas pudding actually. And I've got the second one here, haven't I? So two identical Christmas puddings. Actually, it would be a good way if you've made Christmas puddings for people. It would be a lovely way to give them to people. But how simple and straightforward is that? I shouldn't say simple. How straightforward is that, I should say. Whoops. Twisting on my chair. Okay. Lindor. Yeah, lint jocks would be very nice. Wouldn't they just? Yep. So, and if you did dinky ones, I suppose they could hang on the Christmas tree, couldn't they? Like little Christmas pudding, or chocolate orange in the smaller ones. So there we are. But yes, so you know, bath bombs. How about bath bombs? Anything like that. Cosmetics, toiletries, but nice and straightforward. But a little simple thing. If you last minute gift and you think, what can I make? I mean, the notebook covers would be really, really good too. I know a lot of you have made lots of those, but Evening Jill. Ah, your granddaughter took one I made a while back. I think I need to make another. Yes, it's nice and straightforward. As I say, just pick up a square of fabric and find another square and stitch. Yes, thank you, Lindsay. So yeah, a small, quick and simple make, any size you like. It's a good practicing project. So, you know, if you're, I mean, we always aim to get straight seams. If it's a little bit out, it's not going to matter at all. Nobody will ever know. But it's a good time to practice getting straight seams, straight stitching around the edges. But as I say, it really doesn't matter if it isn't, but it's good practice for one day when every seam you do will be exactly how you wanted it to be. So I'm going to, oh, we're coming up to the time perfectly. I'm going to love you and leave you here. Obviously what I pulled over is all sitting there in front of me. Nightmare. I did say I was going to have a shift around, but I haven't got round to that yet. So, oh, I will say, I've just seen something which I will show in the new year. Oh no, shall I? Lindsay's going to love this. So you're only going to see a tip of it, but this is coming up. Can you see? No more. Did you see that? Lindsay made some time ago and keep my machine foot pedal. Great idea. Foot pedal in there. Okay, so I could see you were looking there, Lindsay. Can you see? Oh, right, it's gone. There'll be more of a teaser there on Friday, but that will be within the new group, one of the projects. So, shan't see you tomorrow, but there will be a new, what is it, the 9th day of Christmas, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, yeah, the 9th day of Christmas. Okay, Jane, no worries. So the 9th day of Christmas, I will find another PDF for you to deliberate, see if that catches your eye. And then I shall see you on Thursday when I shall be doing, doing a demo. We won't have any Thrifty Thursday sales until the new year, because of post, obviously, and there's plenty of other things. Yes, it is Clover Meadow. That's why I thought you would love it, Lindsay. But yes, there's a knack to that, and you will be able to make those do. So, I'll leave that with you. Friday we'll have a little chat, and the teas, okay. Although I can't help teasing, can I? And I am hoping that by Friday I shall have the Orophil here, so I'll tease you with that. And there may just be something a little bit special for those in the new group. So I'm not going to tell you any more at the moment. All I'll say, enjoy the rest of your evening. It is a little bit warmer these days, which is good. Enjoy. I shall enjoy. I shall have a good night's sleep. Tomorrow, hopefully get a little bit more done, and I'll see you on Thursday. So thank you for joining me tonight, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye for now.